Okay, I am about to digitize the chicken Edna from Lori Holt's chicken salad quilt. And I'm going to move along at a pretty good speed here, like I normally do when I'm not doing a demo for you all. And if you get lost or you're not sure where I'm at, I'll link to a video right up here for Hattie to tell you exactly what I'm doing and baby step you through this step by step. There is a playlist now on my YouTube channel for chicken salad, but we are on the sixth chicken. So if you've been following along, I'm sure you can pretty much anticipate what I'm going to do, and you're going to know where everything is coming from. So I need to import the FCM file that we created in the Brothers Scan and Cut in the last video on the build and scan and cut Edna. I'm going to come up here, File, Import FCM. It opened to Henrietta. I'm going to go up a level and go to Edna. Double click it. There she is. Open. And this looks pretty good just as it is. I think I might move the beak a little bit. Let's see. I want to click it because if I don't, I'll get the waddle. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here and go a little bit bigger just to make sure I get it where I want it. I think I want it like maybe right there, and that'll look a lot better. But let me check the wings and make sure they're level, so she's not all lopsided. That looks pretty good. And maybe I'll turn this one just a little bit, make her more symmetrical. She'll look a little better. When I built this in the scan and cut, I was just kind of winging it to get it all down into the cutting machine. So the only thing I need to do with this now, since it's already built, is to go ahead and reorder everything in the sequence view so that the pieces underneath stitch first. And I like to start with the feet. And I'm going to rename these so I can keep track of what's what. Okay, everything looks great. I'm going to go Control A, select all. We're going to use the 10.5 by 16 hoop, and the body selection size is 9.7 by 10.58. That will fit in the 12.5-inch square. I think that'll look just fine. I can make it a little smaller if I wanted to select all of these and move that chick just a little tiny bit closer, but for the most part, 9.46 by 10.58 is how big this is, and that's fine. I'm going to arrange, and I want to center in the hoop. That way I know it's going to stitch where I think it's going to stitch. And I'm going to come over here to Tools. I'm going to select Convert to Applique. And it defaults to the satin stitch. I'm going to come over here to Properties and switch to Blanket and leave all of the default sizes the same and click Apply. That looks great. Okay, I'm going to do the feet. I'm going to hold down the Control key and select all of these, the feet and the beak. Yeah, those I want smaller, stitch length 1.0, and width I will do 2.0 and click Apply. And that makes those a little bit smaller for those smaller pieces. Other than that, I guess it's okay. Does it look okay? I guess it's okay. It'll be fine. She's a nice plump chicken. All right, so I am going to go File, save as, and I'm going to leave it in the BRF working file, go up a level, go to Edna, and Edna, and now I'm going to File, Save As. I'm going to change the paste setter to my brother format and save it as Edna in the Edna folder as a PES file. I'm going to open up the brother design database transfer, and I'm going to drag that Edna PES. Where is it? Let me refresh. Right there. And I'm going to drag that into my EMB Designs folder. I don't want to necessarily move. Let me right click and copy, and then open up EMB Designs and right click and paste. And that way I've got the original in Edna's folder. I need to refresh this. I'm going to just go to desktop and then click EMB Designs again. And there's Edna right there. I'm going to highlight her, drop her down into the writing file there. It's Darla, that's my luminaire, and I'm just going to click the transfer button. All done. Great. I love that little thing. That's such a cool utility. It's awesome. So I'm ready to go stitch her out. I'm over here at the luminaire and I want to stitch out Edna. So I'm going to touch embroidery and pocket for memory. And I sent it over wirelessly, so wireless, and these are alphabetical. Let's see, where's she at? Oh, okay, so I was looking for her in an alphabetical listing, and I want to show you guys. Let me zoom in here. So I sent her over as Edna, but the Brother Design Database transfer, it provides its own naming convention. Then you have to look for it. So that's kind of strange when they do that, but that's something that I've noticed. So even if you have your design name something, it's going to be something different when it gets over here if you're using the design database transfer. That renamed it to E2CPR390. Okay, whatever works. I hit set. I need some chick feet. They're in the memory, and I'll use these guys, I think, are the ones we're using. I'm going to tell it set. Okay, let me, I'll move those down in a minute. And then I need to add also her name, font 11. Go to medium, lowercase d, n, a. There we go, and set. All right, so I'm good with this. Let me edit. And Edna is selected. I'm going to go to move and move it up. Where do I want that? Oh, maybe how about down below, right over here. That'll look nice, like that. And then I want the feet, so I'm going to hit the select buttons right here. That's her. There's the feet. You can see it puts a red box around it. I'm going to bring those down and move them over. Okay. These feet were digitized using the scanning mode inside of the luminaire. I'm going to go to a bigger percentage to 400, and I'm going to use the hand pan over and down. I want to make sure these are going to go. That looks really good. Let me move them just a little bit more. That looks great. So I know I've got at least just a tiny bit of stitch up under the body. We'll move it up one. That looks great. I think that's fine, just like that. I'm going to go back to 100 and get out of that hand business. Okay, so that's how it's going to stitch, just like that. Oh, I didn't put any eyeballs on them. I forgot to do that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so here's how you fix that. Tell it okay. I'm going to add. I'm going to go to font. I'm going to choose this one. I'm going to go to the punctuation, and I want the period. I think this will work, unless it's a square. No, it's a square. Let me delete. Wrong font. Return. I need something round. I might have to go back. Oh, there we are. That one did it. Okay, there's my dot. And it's really big. That's okay. And I'm going to set, oh, let me go down to small. Yeah. And hit set. Can I copy that? I'm gonna move it. Edit. Yes. Okay, so it is copied. I'm gonna go to right here. We have copy and paste. Can you guys see? Good. I'm gonna go to copy. There's 2. And one more time. There's 3. Excellent. Okay. Now I'm gonna move this thing. Let me move and bring it down and over. All right, we have eyes now. Excellent. Okay, I'm gonna hit embroidery. I need to get the needle over the center of the fabric. I just quartered the fabric, and I'll show you what I did. I'm floating the fabric. I just created a crosshair because I marked side center and top bottom center, and then I just created a crosshair on the fabric. And I folded the fabric in quarters, placed it center and unfolded it, and then I put a dime target sticker right there. Now that I'm in embroidery, I'm gonna go to layout and move. First I'm gonna hit my W, get my crosshair. Okay, and now move, and I'm gonna nudge it. Good enough for government work, like I always say. That'll work. So now my chicken, I know, is gonna be centered here in this fabric, and it's gonna stitch out just fine. So I am ready to go. I'm gonna hit OK. And just like before, I will not be stitching the tack down line. I will only be stitching the placement line and the blanket stitch. So I will do all of this in the needle plus minus mode to make it easier for me to jump. So I'm ready to go. And I'm gonna pull this out. This is a little ironing pad from Embroidery Garden. I put the tails up here so I remember that it's there, and that way I don't stitch it to the back of my project. Ask me how many times I've done that. Let's see. Which foot is which? Yeah, this is the right one. I'll show you this the first time. So now I'm going to jump over the tack down, and there is the blanket stitch. I forgot to tell the machine to stitch the chick feet before the chicken design, and I need to fix that before we get to the chick. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get out of needle plus minus. I'm gonna put this into memory just as it is. Tell it memory in the machine, so it saved it. just in case. But now what I need to do is hit return. So I'm back in edit mode now. And let's see, I need to use the select. It's on the little eye. I need to select until I get it to the feet. There they are. And the feet I need to move in the sequence to like first. So I am going to touch this button. See, the feet are stitching before Edna, but after the body. I need the feet to be first. And the way this menu works is you can move it down one or move it down to the bottom, move it up one or move it up to the top. I need to move it up to the top. So now the feet are stitching before the chicken. Okay, let me go to okay. Okay, now let me go to embroidery. Now it wants to stitch the chick feet and it needs to do that. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Okay, good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the needle plus minus and I'm going to jump ahead until I get to where it's time to iron down the body. I didn't really need to save that first one. There's the body placement stitch. There's the tack down. That's where I'm at right now. So now I can iron down the body. This is Lori Holt's shabby fabric from one of her lines. Yep, if you know your way around your embroidery machine, you can definitely head off disasters. Awesome, all finished. Okay, you guys, she's all done. She came out great. I love this. Maybe her beak was a little bit long. It's fine. But I love it. Look how good this stitching came out. Look how precise. I love this process. Do love it. All right, so I'm gonna get her out of the hoop. I'll press her with the pressing cloth from OESD, and that will get rid of any of this little puckering or anything right there, and put her up on the wall. I'm about ready, now that I'm 6 chickens done, to start cutting up the rest of the fat quarters and then putting them together and getting the birds all blocked. So they're gonna be ready to go into rows. This is so much fun. I'm really enjoying it. I hope you are too. We'll talk to you soon. Go sew something. Bye.